Howdy, here is Bonnie, your podcast host. Before we dive into this episode, I want to introduce you to my heartfelt and transformative novel, It Was Here. Dive into the captivating story of Harrison Selig, a 41-year-old divorced man navigating the complexities of love, loss, and self-discovery. In this beautifully crafted tale, Harrison's journey of rebuilding his life after a devastating divorce unfolds with raw emotion and unexpected twists. Join him as he grapples with his past, embraces the present, and embarks on a path to rediscover true love. But that's not all. Immerse yourself further in the world of It Was Here with our exclusive merchandise. We have a range of stunning postcards, posters, and stickers inspired by the novel, allowing you to carry a piece of this extraordinary story wherever you go. Side note here, there is an offer box available, and there you get everything. There you get a signed hardback copy and all of the merch. So yeah, listeners, get ready to be captivated by It Was Here and its compelling exploration of love, forgiveness, and the beauty of second chances. Don't miss out on this remarkable journey that will leave you feeling inspired and touched. To get your hands on the book or the author books, and of course our fabulous merchandise, visit the website at thecrylounge.com, or it's also linked in the bio. Discover a story that will stay with you long after you've turned the final page. I promise. Get your copy of It Was Here today.
Howdy everyone, and welcome to an episode of Bonnie's Legends. I don't have any legends today with me, but I'm bringing my new feature, Oh Pretty New Music, onto the podcast. I've been continuously creating music playlists and collecting new music that came out in the span of a week on Spotify for this year already. I started it last year already. I started it in 2021 already, but always, fell off the track and then just picked it up randomly. And then this year it was kind of my New Year resolution. And so I've been consistently creating those playlists, picking my 5 favorite, which is always tough. Because there's so much good music coming out every week. And so since I think a month now, I'm lying here, I think this is the 4th week, I'm actually sharing them on my socials, which is Bonnie's Legends, or on TikTok, which is Howdy It's Bonnie. And this week, I've been, first of all, apologies for my voice, it sounds a bit deeper or a bit raspy. I've been to Primavera Sound in Barcelona last week, and I've been screaming a lot. I've been shouting a lot, singing along to songs. I ruined my voice last week, but it was totally fine. Totally fair. So good. Probably gonna do an episode on Primavera and who I watched and who I discovered another time. But yeah, one of those thoughts I had during the festival was coming onto the podcast and actually talking about the songs I'm selecting on my playlist, and not only making a blog. I love writing, but when it comes to this podcast and this project, it is a podcast, right? I think it started out as a podcast and it will always be a podcast. So anyway, I thought this week I will try it out and talk live here, completely unedited, about the music that came out last week. So let's dive into it. Let's take my phone. So the process here, what I'm doing is, I love that Spotify created this, I don't know when it did, but you know, where you get like, you have this button now, what's new, like music and podcast wise. I love it. And you get like, I'm following around 1,000 bands, artists on Spotify, so I get like pretty good selection of new releases each week. And so during the week I collect them all into a playlist. I always call them like the date. So this week it's May 29th till June 4th 2023. I'll put new music, little star in there, and share them on my profile publicly so everyone can look at it. And then at the end of each week, which I have done yesterday on the plane, I'm listening to every song. I mean, I'm listening to them when they come out, but I'm re-listening to them and kind of creating an order. I wish I would start doing these like just chronologically when they came out, but I want to have like the 5 songs I'm to actually talk about in the front. So anyway, I just select them really apologetically saying I'm selecting them as I like to hear them. You know, maybe that changes in 3 weeks. That definitely changes in 3 weeks, because that's usually the playlist I listen to. Yeah. So anyway, this is way harder on the pod than I expected to. So, my favorites of this week, of the past week, from May 29th to June 4th. Also disclaimer, I selected them all during the festival, which was very stressful. Like in between sets, I just listened to the songs. So I was like, oh my god, okay, that new song. Oh my god, that song. Oh my god, we have a new Friday, like new music from Friday. So my favorites this week were What's More Romantic by Dafna. I'm actually interviewing tomorrow. Yay about the song. Lose My Head by Alice Phoebe Lou. Get That Way by Emily Yoke, which I had in the podcast. Not on the I had her in the podcast. Sorry. I had her on the podcast. You should listen to it. Then Worship the Whip by Beyond Pet. Goddess and Goddess and Repose by the Saxophones. So sorry if I pronounce anything wrong, or if I have a spelling mistake in here. My brain sometimes works faster than my voice does. So, especially now that my voice is kind of recovering from this week. Anyway, those are my favorites. Dafna, Alice Phoebe Lou, Emily Yoke, Beyond Pet, and the Saxophones. The Saxophones actually have released a new album this past week. Congrats on that. Listen to it. It's called To Be a Cloud, and I've already featured the song Boy Crazy in, I think, one of the 3 other episodes I've done on Pretty New Music. So there you go. Also the Saxophones, if you're listening to this, I would love to feature in the podcast and talk with you about the album. Would love that. Anyway, let's move on. The other songs I've selected in here, and they were so good too, are Ballad of the Texas King by Cutworms, Flood by Cowboy Junkies. Of course, I listen to the Cowboy Junkies. People Like Us, Live at B-Bake Studios by Reema. Palomino by Alaska Reid. Have Fun by CMAT. Pretending by Goldie. Now we have my French side coming on. Boutilier. Let's Start a Country by Hot Freaks. Miles Away by Velvet Bloom. I Like You by Tove Lo. Spring Bug by Helena Deland. The Happiest Times I Ever Ignored by Hayden Pedigo. Blue by Vulfnom, Wolf and Jacob Chenries. That album came out too. They released a new album. It's called Wolfnik. It's actually the first album through that project, so congrats on those. Preoccupied by James VII, Powerless by Vox and Salyu, Sun in Her Eyes by Augustine, Kimosabe by Dope Lemon, Everything Unspoken by Oscar Lang, Musel by Gabby's World, Turn Off the Noise by Peter McPoland, Head Straight by Neil Francis and Sang Panther, Is This Love by Piplum, I think, and Alex Capranos. My European old friend, like all the European accents are coming out of this, and Piots by Handsome and Sankt South. So, but as I said in the beginning, my favorites were What's More Romantic by Dafna, Lose My Head by Alice Phoebe Lou, Get That Way by Emily Yoke, Hey Legend, and Worship the Whip by Beyond Pet, and Goddess and Repose by the Saxophones. But honestly, the Saxophones' new album, everything on there is so good. That's the challenge itself. When they release a new album, I only choose a song from that to put in the playlist. Always a challenge. Now is the part actually where I'm regretting. No, I'm not regretting it, but where I still wish I would be hosting my podcast still in Anchor, because then I could just put like a preview of the song into it, and you could just continue to listen to it. But then at the same time, you couldn't listen to this on Apple Music, so on Apple Podcasts. So it's better this way. Anyway, let's start with the first song. It's What's More Romantic by Dafna, and as I said, I'm going to interview her tomorrow about the song, and I'm really excited about it. I've interviewed Dafna before about we jumped the gun. I knew something about screaming, and I know what we talked about. We talked about boys, like writing about boys, and then they do something like very inappropriate, or like just something that pisses us off, and then like the next side of the notebook is a complete mad poem about them. And anyway, that's still on the blog, so you can read it back. And tomorrow I'm interviewing here about What's More Romantic in podcast form, which is coming out maybe next week. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe in 2 weeks. And that song was definitely the most excited one I was for the week. She started teasing it on TikTok. I think they're a different song as well. Like she teased 2 songs. One of them was What's More Romantic, and the other one, I don't know if that one had a title, but I know back then I preferred the other one. And then she was like, yeah, pretty What's More Romantic. I was like, hell yeah. Like, yeah, I can't wait for the other one to like get perfect. Totally fine. And anyway, I just really love how, just the title, What's More Romantic? What's More Romantic? And then when you actually listen to it in the lyrics, it's like, yeah, what's more romantic than, my favorite line is definitely, what's more romantic than to be a muse, than to be a star, the muse of an unfinished work of art. That made me think, especially with my new book release coming up, that made me think of how it actually feels like for a person to maybe have been the muse of some piece of art. Never been that. Not that I know of, but I know loads of people around me have been for my books. So that would be excited. Anyway, love the song. I listened to it to hype myself up for... Yeah, no, I'm not sharing here, but like anyway, I hyped myself up with that song on for something. And it did hype myself up, and I did not have any expectations afterwards. She said it is a sad delusional song in form of a happy pop song, which absolutely agree. Because I hyped myself up, listened to that for something, and then I hyped myself up with that song, and then I did not have any expectations because I was like, what's more romantic? And then I glanced across the room. Loved it. Anyway, maybe I will share it here. Whatsoever. Moving on. Oh yeah, I also written like I love to write. I'm writing my poetry to music. I let myself inspire by the music I'm listening to, and then I don't know, maybe I'm writing my own lyrics to it. Not really, but I'm letting myself inspire by the vibe of the song and then write my poems usually. And so What's My Romantic has already delivered 2 poems since it came on a Friday. So yay. Yay. The second song also inspired me to write a poem, a more deeper one, sadder one. It's called, the song is called Lose My Head by Alice Phoebe Lou. And that song itself is a masterpiece. It is a masterpiece. It had the Bohemian Rhapsody effect. Yes, I totally compare Alice Phoebe Lou here to Queen. I'll have to do it. I love when a song has different genre mix and different like just mixes with a lot of rhythms and not sticking to one genre and like one beat throughout the entire song. I mean, obviously that can be hype too, but I love when you cannot see it, and I did not see that with Lose My Head, and so the song started off pretty dancey, and you're like bobbing your head along to it, and then it changes in the middle of it, becomes a bit slower, and you're listening to like really to the, it's, oh my god, you could just, I just loved how much it feels like there was so much thought behind the song. Obviously, I have no idea how the song was made, but it feels like there was so much thought along the song. And if it wasn't, then, you know, in any way, it's a genuine good song. It's a masterpiece. You have to listen to it. And then the third one, which actually next to, I actually quite surprised the releases, where, you know, the artist didn't really do any pre-save campaign. Why did I say that? Well, it is the truth. They did not do any pre-save campaign. It was just like, here's the song, and I really love that. I love when people do that. I love surprises, music surprises. Haven't thought of the rest. Anyway, Emily Yoke was like, hey, here's the song, Get That Way, and I was like, hell yeah, because I woke up that day and randomly thought, wow, I think Emily should release a song again. Like, I love listening to their music, and I was just like, I think I need something new. And then in the afternoon, she announced Get That Way, and that it's coming out at midnight, and I was like, oh my god, really? Really love that. Love the song. We texted, and she was like, yeah, now that I graduated, I have more time for music, which, you know, I really do love. And so, yeah, listen to Get That Way. The song is a dream song. So good. As usual, Emily Yoke has delivered, and literally has delivered for me. We were like telepathically talking maybe in that way. So anyway, I love this song. You have to listen to it. Probably say that to every song, but no, I'm not saying that to every song, but every song I'm talking about in here. So listen to Emily Yoke. And then the fourth one, which I already kind of touched on, was a surprise release, Worship the Whip, a new single of Beyond Pet's new album, Mommy, which is coming out a day before my birthday, which every year I love when that happens. Somehow the surprises around my birthday obviously kind of, I don't know, they feel, you know, it feels so special to get new music around your birthday. Last year, my birthday wasn't a Friday, so I got like loads of new music on my birthday, which quite overwhelmed me. So, appreciate that I have birthday this year on a Saturday, not on a Friday, so I can actually listen to the song. Anyway, Worship the Whip came out, I think, during the week. I was in a cafe sitting, I was like, oh, nice, and I listened to it on repeat, and continued to work. Anyway, the music video is out too. We love a vintage retro vibe, black and white video, and actually, the song is one of the reasons why my voice is like so raspy, because I've seen them at Primavera the past weekend, and I screamed to it, and sang along to it. So hell yeah, listen to it. And if you have the chance to see them live, I think they announced the tour too. And anyway, watch them live, listen to their music. Grand to have them back. Let's move on. The Saxophones, Goddess and Repose. here again, you should listen to the entire new album. To Be a Cloud. I mean, first of all, To Be a Cloud. What for a fantastic title. The poet and writer me is like, oh my god, this can mean so much. And then you listen to the music and it's like, oh my god, yeah. Like I just love that poetry and music can just mean for everyone anything. Whatever they're going through or whatever they're feeling to. And then at another point of the life, same there. Can change. Anyway, love the album. And my favorite one at the moment, I mean, Boy Crazy is still, it's still on my on repeat playlist on Spotify. But Goddess in Repose is my second favorite one. And there's so many good ones on here, like Savannah. Desert Flower was definitely one I chose. I would have chosen if not Goddess in Repose, and then I was like, I cannot always choose the last. Like, I noticed that I always choose the last. Like, if I have to decide to put a song of the new album on the playlist, I always choose the last one, because I obviously, the song kind of like closes off the entire album. Is always, maybe lame choice for me to put on a playlist to be like, hey, the album is out now. But love Desert Flower, love Goddess in Repose, love the entire album To Be a Cloud, love the saxophones. Listen to it, buy it on vinyl. I think they announced too that it is on vinyl. My good lord, I'm a vinyl lover. So yeah, wow, that was me rambling on 22 minutes about music. Yeah, there's so many good songs out there this week. Check out the playlist, it's linked in the bio. I don't have a music blog this time. I don't have a blog post to read. Yeah, but thank you for listening to this. Such a good week, such a poetic. Yeah, like all the songs were really poetic this week, including the 5 I just touched on, and really loved it. What for a personal week in my life too, the Primavera. We love a good week that is filled with music, right? So, anyway, tune in tomorrow for where I finally released my second interview with Olivia de Toma, which was supposed to come out last week, but I woke up and I decided, Pet Shop Boys is playing tonight. I cannot focus on the podcast right now, which is fair, We love the Pet Shop Boys, and we love a good festival. We love a good music festival. And so I was focusing my entire energy on that, and glad I did. I had a great time. Had a great time also listening to the new songs that came out during that week. I was actually surprised that I still wanted to listen to music in the mornings when I woke up. But yeah, anyway, what's so romantic cured my soberish hangover on Friday. And I hope it does it with yours too. Anyway, have a nice week in front of you, and let's talk next week again about music. Or maybe I'll write again about it and not talk about it. Have a great time. Bye!
Howdy, here is Bonnie, your podcast host. Before we dive into this episode, I want to introduce you to my heart-filled and transformative novel, It Was Here. Dive into the captivating story of Harrison Selig, a 41-year-old divorced man navigating the complexities of love, loss, and self-discovery. In this beautifully crafted tale, Harrison's journey of rebuilding his life after a devastating divorce unfolds with raw emotion and unexpected twists. Join him as he grapples with his past, embraces the present, and embarks on a path to rediscover true love. But that's not all. Immerse yourself further in the world of It Was Here with our exclusive merchandise. We have a range of stunning postcards, posters, and stickers inspired by the novel, allowing you to carry a piece of this extraordinary story wherever you go. Side note here, there is an offer box available, and there you get everything. There you get a signed hardback copy and all of the merch. So yeah, listeners, get ready to be captivated by It Was Here and its compelling exploration of love, forgiveness, and the beauty of second chances. Don't miss out on this remarkable journey that will leave you feeling inspired and touched. To get your hands on the book or the author books, and of course our fabulous merchandise, visit the website at thecrylounge.com, or it's also linked in the bio. Discover a story that will stay with you long after you've turned the final page. I promise. Get your copy of It Was Here today.